it was just God that just orchestrated everything, but it's really just set the fire in me to just keep on going, right? Because my art was not that good. And so one of my issues with sketches like this is that I just stop liking them and I want to just stop drawing all of a sudden. Back in secondary school, I used to make comics. In fact, my initial username was Any Comics because I made a lot of comics with paper. And back then I had friends from secondary school who would always read my comics. In fact, back then I think I was working on a series titled Bolt. At the time I was watching The Flash, so I was basically just imitating The Flash. I think I was referencing at the time, but I didn't even know that I was referencing. But I was basically just making my own version of The Flash with some storylines and some characters that were somewhat similar to the original series, right? But then, yeah, I had friends who would always read my stuff, and those guys really encouraged me to keep going. Like, just seeing them read my stories and then just show excitement to want to know what happens next just really kept me going, right? So shout out to Timilane if you're watching this video. The point I'm trying to drive at is encouragement really helps with consistency. When people encourage you, it really helps with consistency, because the reason why I was so pumped to create, and that issue I was working on Bolt lasted from I was able to make issue 1 up until issue 6, and I think issue 6 was around the time we were writing Senior YX, so I had to stop, right? But then I believe I was able to get that far, not just because I had the passion to draw, but because I had people who were interested and who encouraged me to keep on creating this series, right? So that's what kept me consistent as well. So they encouraged me, and encouragement kept me consistent. Encouragements really go a long way. You'll be so surprised how much a well done goes, how much wow, this is so nice, how much that goes, right? It really builds a lot of consistency. It really helps anyone learning a skill to be consistent, really, right? There was a time when I posted on Instagram, there was a particular person that commented, name is Gibson or Gibby, and it was like, all he said was keep going, but I don't think he really realized how much that keep going really impacted me. Like, even myself, I don't even know how much it did. I believe it was just God that just orchestrated everything, but it really just set the fire in me to just keep on going, right? Because my art was not that good, and I was definitely still learning a couple of things, but just hearing that comment, just seeing that comment just made me feel like, bro, I gotta keep going. And yeah, so please, this is just me trying to encourage you. If you know anyone trying to learn a skill, currently learning a skill, just a word of encouragement goes a long way in helping that person. You might not have the money to give the person, you might not have anything, but just a simple well done, a simple keep going, a simple this is nice, a simple nice comment can really be the game changer, right? And what really sets the person up to be consistent. And that's why I believe it's important to post online as a creative, because when you get comments that encourage you, you want to keep going and want to keep creating more, right? And definitely, I also got a lot of negative comments from people. There was a time I went to a shop, a cyber cafe, to print one of I wanted to actually print my paper comics. I've been doing it on paper for some while, so I was like, okay, let me print it this time around. So I wanted to print it, and I got to the shop, and there was this mom with her kid, and then she was like, she looked at what I was doing and she was like, this is something that my son usually does that I beat him for. And I was like, oh, really? That was awkward. But yeah, anyway, I've gotten a lot of negative comments, but I thank God that those comments never really went to heart, because drawing was something I genuinely enjoyed doing, right? So I didn't really even care what you actually even thought, right? So But yeah, there's going to be negative comments, but just a thing of knowing who to listen to, that kind of thing, and not giving up. Basically, this is just to encourage you to encourage someone today, and yeah, boost the hill.